Did you ever imagine yourself as a part of a music video in the back of a car? I think we all did at one point. Cars and music go together pretty well. There's something special about car rides. Waving streams of different sources, sounds, whether musical, wind, tires, and waving streams of consciousness. Tyler, the creator's self-produced 4-studio album, SCUM FUCK Flower Boy, is this thing. It's a car ride. With him letting the thoughts flow, the introspection come through, leaving all the crazy shit and all the jokes aside behind the car door. If you're still confused by the whole car ride thing, just try to re-listen to the album closely, to all its details, all the amazing word games and all the lyrical variety talking about cars, driving, wheels, car shields, all this stuff. The sound effects like tires screeching, the keys, the car radio, all placed together in this album as in some sort of script. The beautiful bittersweet opener track, Forward, sets the tone for most of the ride, both lyrically and musically, talking about emptiness, fulfillment, which is one of the primary topics on here, love, relationships, questioning the future, even things like social equality and justice. A lot of stuff which is to quite simply but wisely put bars in a couple of choruses. I love the DeMarco-esque guitar on there, shout out Feinstein and the slow hollows. Barely noticeable Can sample, it's even a remixed version of their song. It's a great remix, it's a great song. Can, I love Can. I love this kind of dismal feeling across the instrumental. This song feels very melancholic to me, and I feel like melancholy is a huge part of this album. So making this an opener makes a lot of sense. Where This Flower Blooms follows the exact same path with much more melodic piano-led approach. They're same riding the car and keeping it cool in all the senses of the word. Metaphors. There's the man himself, Frank Ocean, on the chorus. A lot of retrospection and this kind of missing them good old days feel. All before turning on the Shane Powers hosted Gulf radio station and surprisingly going deeper and much more emotional on a extremely straightforward, vulgar-free, passive-aggressiveness-free love song, See You Again. I'm just gonna say that this is one of my favorite parts in the album, and that Kali Uchis is fucking amazing. I love her. It'd be weird to expect Tyler showing us his more vulnerable personal side without right after that showing off his much more dark, maybe even more true, or better say more familiar self with the creator ego attitude. So the car is spinning up on Who Dat Boy, the first banging single from this album, featuring the partner in crime A$AP Rocky. Real quick, want to shout out that Vince Staples Summertime '06 reference in his verse. I love when rappers do that, and I just kind of love those little things, you know. And I love Vince Staples and A$AP Rocky and Tyler. It all comes together, and it's perfect. Then this menacing instrumental with all those flutes and squeaks, reminding of some sort of killer puppets of psycho clowns horror movie soundtrack. It's fucking dope. Also, notice the tires by the end of the track, that thing that I was talking about the whole car riding thing. These are the details which make Tyler's art so interesting sometimes. I really like the Pothole track, the laid-back hip-hop feel of it. Jaden Smith, greatly blazed feature. The all-over-the-place cars, wordplays, and metaphors. How Tyler is back with bearing his soul about how lonely he is, and at the same time being kind of fine with that, or trying to cope with that. The lone wolf standing aside of them happy, carefree sheep, not really giving a shit about what they're all about. And this track also has some narrative detailization throughout, like this little outside the car walk by the end of the track. This narrative does make this album much more special in a way. I like this. As a fan of the whole Wolf trilogy thing with different characters and all that narrative throughout different albums, I also really enjoyed that. Garden Shat is rightly so the big star of the game, Austin delivers an amazing guitar performance for it, all together mixed with this beautiful keys and Estelle's perfect vocal delivery. I guess the come out gay talk is inevitable. Look, I wasn't one of those posers listening to the leaked album, but I've seen the verse before the release, I've read it. And I've also read a couple of honestly quite disturbing articles. I remember seeing the headline in a tweet and thinking, oh well, maybe someone got something wrong, maybe he's just fucking around again. But listen to Garden Chat for the first time, and all the times after that. It makes you, it really makes you re-evaluate everything Tyler has ever done before. A lot of things that Tyler has said suddenly make sense, make a wholesome picture, like in this viral tweet with, oh, Tyler has tried to come out since a year, and nobody cared. And you end up feeling lots of different feelings about the whole situation and about Tyler. Most importantly, nobody should really give a fuck about someone's sexuality, and it's not even that big of a deal. I don't think it is. Tyler has indeed kissed boys since 2000 and whatever. Personally, after Garden Chat, I was left feeling just purely shocked by how open he is about what is actually going on in his mind, on not only on this track but on the whole album, and how it's all presented to us in this very accessible way. I feel like a lot of work has been put behind it to make it sound so peaceful and so loveful, and I endlessly appreciated it. It ended up sounding quite fantastic, to be honest. One of the Lonesome Key singles is of course Boredom. Another beautiful, peaceful, all good put together piece. If you loop the track, it's actually getting quite easy to experience that boredom feeling. To me, it again has this sense of melancholy about it, because it puts you in this childhood frame, laying on the floor with your hand in the air, playing with rays of sunshine, seeing all those little like dust pieces, trying to waste time in search of amusement. It's not Tyler's current life related picture necessarily. He just sounds really bored on a track, like right now, not being a little kid. But anyway, this song just made me feel that way, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. Right after that, smartly placed Contrast, the complete opposite of searching for things to waste time on. Tyler's car is speeding up again, and he ain't got time for no one. This is of course another album's banger, Who Dat Boy companion of sort, even lyrically, where the same accomplishments talk and fellow loyalty reassurances come around. This is one of my personal favorite singles. The already iconic lines like happy birthday, and I also really wanted to shout out that Vans Converse controversy line. I just always get this interesting amount of satisfaction hearing that. Maybe because I'm used to controversies Tyler the Creator related. Maybe because I'm actually interested to know for some reason about what exactly happened with Vans and that contract. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird like that. Anyway, good track, great track. I remember crying the tears of joy hearing the 911 MR.LONELY single because of that instrumental in 911, the one he used during his fashion show last year. I loved it then and have prayed ever since for him to use it, and he did. God bless! Plus, this is a 10th track on the album. It's again parted. He does that on his every single studio album release. This one is now top 1, followed by the parted tracks on Wolf, which are also great. 911 has this 6 structure, my favorite fashion show instrumental. It's followed by some old school hashed and remixed beats and pieces, which I love too. Frank is, I bet, one of the reasons behind tracks architecture, I'm not sure, but yeah, he's also on the track and he's pretty damn good. It's a good feature. Anna the Norse's voice is so cute. She's a total discovery for me from this album, so thanks to Tyler for placing Anna the Norse on his album. Lyrically, both tracks, MR.LONELY, 911, are quite fucking sad. Once again, talking about having cars instead of friends and lovers, being a MR.LONELY and all that shit, but you keep getting this, he's cool by himself, he can beat that, he doesn't really suffer from that much thoughts while listening to it. Plus, loneliness can be quite comfy, actually, and that's the trap. that is where he probably got stuck. Interludes on the album are very simple and gold, sometimes has this theatricality about it, the interest in narrative point. Dropping Seats is just very chill and relaxing, very self-assured too. A lot of ego vibes from it. Plus, of course, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is featured on this track, everybody. November. Oh man, what a track. It's like the epitome of melancholy on this album. I believe you can cry actual tears while listening to it in the right mood, if you're in the right mood. It's so sorrow-soaked at parts, as if you're actually under November pouring rain. I'm obsessed with this feeling, as well as with how Tyler uses different people's November interpretations. Shout out A$AP Rocky, Sid, Clancy, Kylo, Jasper, I believe in on there. This constant, almost psychotic by the end call for the past. The lyrical context on here is quite phenomenal. All the insecurities, no big metaphors, all pretty fucking straight up, open and raw. With the second part being some sort of introduction for the next song on the album, Glitter. Another love song actually, but more chill and more contextual. It's actually the only one pure happy track on there, but only for some time, because the message did not really record, the Flower Boy, it's all just scum fuck. Tyler doesn't really seem like he wanna be saved, or doesn't seem like he's ready to be saved, or just keeps failing at that. And the full instrumental outro track, Enjoy Right Now Today, kind of puts that Kip's doing something to work, as it has a lot of repetitiveness about itself, but maybe it's just the ride into the abyss that the final titles fly by the screen, I don't know. The track itself is actually very cool, very cheery, very summery, a lot of hopes, and the future seems quite bright for now. And that concludes the ride. That's Scum Fuck Flower Boy, the most straightforward and the most exposed Tyler Okonma has ever been before in his music. Musically, you could see it coming even on single like Two Seater from 2015's Cherry Bomb. It got pretty same vibes, you know. The content, all the controversy, well, we've all seen those tweets before. We've all reread the old lyrics. We all know that behind the materialism facade, people usually suffer and try to fill the void. We all know that Tyler is a lone wolf. He tells us that every fucking album. We've been new for a long time, but for some reason let it slip. Maybe behind all this trickster joker persona, behind all the previous controversy headlines and all that other irrelevant shit. Maybe waiting for Tyler to mature, and here on his fourth studio album we have that full spectrum of it. Tyler increased his production skills, his lyrical skills, even his vocals. Flower Boy seeks self-realizations, lost sense of irresponsibility, lost sense of youth. Finally, this album seeks some sort of acceptance of growth and self-acceptance too, trying to keep up with quite shitty adulthood phase. All the retrospection surprisingly brought out a lot of forwardness, so it's all for good. Did you like Tyler's new work? Do you think it's his best release to date? Let us read about your impressions in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to like and to share this video with people you know. Also, you can subscribe to our channel to see more and actually go and watch other videos we have. We have plenty more that you may enjoy. Scum Fuck Flower Boy. If you have a car, go in your car, ride your car, put that album and enjoy it. Enjoy life, enjoy every day of it, every hour of it. It's worth it. For now, that's it. I'm out. Peace out.